And so while our liberal elites and overlords are completely denigrating women and trying to erase women from the public square, there has been some shocking research that Canada's fertility rates reached a record low in 2020. So this was sort of something a lot of people saw coming, that there would be the opposite of a baby boom during the pandemic, that parents would decide that there was too much economic uncertainty and that we wouldn't have uh, as many babies being born. Well, that has borne out through stats. So stats can confirm that in 2020, fertility rate fell from 1.47 children per woman in 2019 down to 1.4 in 2020. Fertility rates have been steadily declining in Canada since 2009, and we're sort of bottoming out, reaching rock bottom. I had to include this story, Harrison, because this individual here, Susan McDaniel, who is a professor of sociology at the University of Victoria, she actually celebrates this rather than seeing this as the sort of real damaging, the sort of end of civilization threat that it poses, that the lack of fertility rates in this country, the fact that people are not having families, that men are choosing to forego marriage, they're choosing to delay, they're choosing to wait. Many of them are choosing not to have children at all, some of them ideologically because they oppose human beings and they don't want to worsen what they consider climate change, or just people unable to find a life partner and find that meaning and take that plunge into adulthood by having a family. That more and more Canadians are foregoing that. Again, most people would see that as something really sad. There's something really wrong in our society that we need to address and we need to confront. We need to change. Well, here CTV has found a professor to say the exact opposite. But this is a good trend. This is a good trend. So we'll go back to Susan McDaniel, the professor. She said the trend is for lower birth rates worldwide. And she basically just says this is a good trend. Basically, it's better for children if there are fewer children. It's better for parents if there are fewer children. It's better for society, and it's better for the planet and everything else. So let's just go through this because this is so absurd and so, again, counterintuitive. How on earth is it better for children if there's fewer children? Do you know what little kids love? Other little kids. They love kids to play with. They love cousins and neighbors and siblings and friends. Like the more kids in a community, the better. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and their favorite things that they do is go out to play dates, go out to messy tots. We used to have a mom and tot group in our church basement, and then COVID put an end to that. And it was really, really hard on my son because he loved going every week to see his little friends, and all of a sudden he couldn't. Little kids love being around other little kids. So the fact that there are fewer children is not better for children, despite what this sociologist says. It's better for parents, she says. It's better for parents if there are fewer children. How on earth is that the case? Most women, when polled in Canada, say that they want to have more children, that they would have more children if they could afford it or if they had different financial circumstances. Most women say that they would, that if they were asked, how many children would they have in an ideal world? Most women say three. Three children is what they say that they want. Instead, we see 1.4 children per woman. So the exact opposite of what this woman is saying. It's not better for children. It's not better for parents. It's certainly not better for grandparents. Grandparents are the ones that want grandchildren the most. They want more children. So many of the people I talk to who have kids that are, in their 20s or 30s, a lot of them mention to me like, oh, I can't wait for my child to have kids. I can't wait for grandkids. I hear that so often. Everyone wants more kids, and the whole idea better for society, better for the planet. Try to circle that square with the idea that these are the same people who are in favor of open borders and mass immigration, right? They want more people in Canada. We need more people in Canada from an economic perspective, and yet they just don't want them to be Canadian grown. So I thought that was one of the most despicable quotes that I have ever seen from a legacy media outlet, saying that having fewer kids is better for everyone. No, it is not. That is not true. Don't listen to sociology professors. They will ruin our society and make everybody miserable. What do you think, Harrison?
Well, I think most sociology professors are probably exactly aligned with what that woman was saying, and this is not a question of sociology. This is a question of for doctors and for economists, because that's really what it is. But Candice, there's two things I think we should talk about with this. The first is, as you said, the immigration side of things. In the article, they even put that there. The sociology professor says our population is growing, but it's because of immigration. That's a good thing, but it's not good for Canadians to have more kids. I think that's important to note. That's an important part of their plan. And of course, the second part is that this conversation wouldn't be right if we didn't talk about the fact that all of these policies, going back to the policies where they are denying the women and erasing women, encouraging abortions. You can go down the list, Candice. The left are putting forward policies that are tailored to this outcome, that are tailored to having fewer or having lower birth rates. That's an important part of the conversation, and I think the media is now veering into the position of promoting professors that are basically outlining exactly why it's good to have less kids and why we need to increase immigration. Those are two important parts that really this is the outcome of policies put forward by the political left. This is exactly what's going to come from it. And I think clearly it is not good for parents. It is not good for other kids. And it is just not good for the country.